I'm live on YouTube. Never done this before. Thought I'd just crack on and give a first sort of portrait live and see if I generate any interest in it. See if anybody will come and join in or say hello. Who knows what will happen? I'm just sitting here in my little pub shed at home having a can of tango. If anybody wants to just tap the screen or leave a comment, let me know that you're there. That would be great. Thanks. I really appreciate that. As at the moment I can see I have no viewers, no thumbs up, so I don't really know what's going on there. Oh, one viewer now. There you go. It started. We're moving. So I don't know if that person can just tap something in the comment section, because I don't know if there's anybody there. I've never done this before. I've never even watched a live on YouTube before, let alone done my own. So I don't really know how any of this works, or whether there's sort of any comments come on the screen. Live chat, all messages are visible. So that's it. I've put that on. Oh yeah, 2 people in there, 1 thumbs up. Hi guys, just having a can of tango at the moment in my little pub shed. I've got a beer machine here behind me, but I'm not having a pint of beer today. Just having a soft drink. Got some scratchings up on the top as well, in case you get peckish. They're always a good thing. I'll grab a pack of those down. Nice pack of pork crunch there for you. Beautiful. So they used to have a load of scampi fries and bacon fries and stuff up there, but the kids ate them all. So I bought pork scratchings and they don't like those. So there we go. Kevin Grant, evening, mate. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for leaving a comment. You're the first person to comment on one of my lives, so I'm more than happy about that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm just having a can of tango. I don't know if you caught that earlier. Just a soft drink this evening. Got a beer machine behind me, but we're not into that. It's a little bit early for me, I think. If I had a couple of pints now, I'll probably be fast asleep in bed by about 8 o'clock. So I'll leave that for a while. Just have a can of tango. But if anybody wants to ask me anything, please type away. Let me know you're there. Put something in the comment section. Let me know you're there. And just say that's it. Mark Adams sorted the old peculiar already then, mate. The old peculiar is up here. The empty kegs up on the top. It's good stuff, but my goodness me, it sort of gives you a bit of a thick head the next morning. It's nice though. It was nice. Enjoy it. So Stephen Rose, enjoy your tango. Have a beer for me later. I will. I've got in there an Adnams Ghost Ship. I've got one that I finished earlier, but that's down there. Well, not earlier, yesterday. And I've got another keg of Adnams Ghost Ship in there. So that's one of my favourites. So there you go. Right, Kevin Cram, what are your good things about the Hyundai mowers and brush cutters? Right, Jay. Hi, mate. Got a question. Hold on, Jay. I just replied Kevin first. Hyundai mowers and brush cutters. Right. I'll tell you my plus points for the Hyundai stuff. You get prompt delivery. You get a 3-year warranty, although I've never claimed on it. I don't know whether anybody has claimed on it or not. I've never had the need to. So you get a 3-year warranty with it. Prompt delivery of the stuff. Obviously, any of the stuff that I get from them, I put it together and I make a video now to put it together. But their instruction manuals are really comprehensive. They're like phenomenal, really. Probably the best instruction manuals I've seen going anywhere, not only just for their machines and how they go together, but aftercare, servicing, all that stuff. They include everything in there, and lawn cutting tips and things. So they're really interesting, those manuals are. So they're two plus points. And the gear that we've used has worked well. We've never had any problem with it. However, getting parts, I've been told, are a bit sketchy sometimes. I don't know how they're going to sort that out, really. I never had to bother about parts myself. We've just sharpened the blades and whatever. We've used like spark plugs and stuff like that, and whatever else. So it's not been an issue for us. But I don't really use them on a commercial basis daily. We have the heavy rear roller mower and we cut that area once a week with that. So it's as if somebody was just doing their lawn with it at home. So we've had that since, I don't know, like probably about, was it June last year, I think, maybe. And we've used it like every week since then, and it's worked all right. I mean, no bother. It's been in the shed over winter. I haven't even serviced it. I haven't got it out and had a look at it or anything yet. It's too wet to cut grass, so I don't really want to push my luck by going in. If I start servicing everything up, I just get too excited. I want to go out and use it. So that's it. Right. Next one. Do you know how to replace a drive shaft cable on a Stihl FS40? It's a cable that runs from the engine to the head. Ah, right. It's not a cable. It's a shaft that runs down through there, I'm sure, on an FS40. Sure, it's a shaft. And they're like, it's a long shaft, like a whippy shaft, and it's long and it's squared on the ends. If that's what I'm thinking of, Jay, is that right? Evening, Dicko. How you doing, mate? All right. And just sat here in my little shed at home, just having a can of Tango. No beer at the moment, just can of Tango. Got the beer machine behind me. Some scratchings as well, but I won't be scoffing these live on air because you don't really want to see that. So I'm just sat here having a chat, and anybody want to ask me any questions, just go for it. Mr. Darcy and me. Hi, Jay. Hi, Mr. Darcy and me. Thanks for popping by. That's it. So, Jay. Yes, mate, it's that one. Yeah, it's so right. That's really easy then to replace that. It's that Jay I'm talking to now with the Stihl. It's that shaft that runs through, whippy shaft. Really easy. You just undo the head. There's a bolt on the head. The shaft comes down, and the collar's then on the end. You just undo that bolt, and the whole head and gearbox slides off. Don't bother taking the engine end off. This is quite complicated there. So if you take the other end off, lift it up, and that shaft will just fall out, literally fall out onto the floor. And then you pick it up, and if you've got no drive on it, sometimes you can get away. Like it's happened to us when we've been out and about in the field. You can take it out, turn it round, and put it in the other way, and the square ends will just catch the other end, and they'll give it some drive. However, a new one is not expensive, and you just literally slide it in, and when you push it up there, you just turn it round slowly, and it will just click into place because the square will slot into the square, and you'll feel it drop in. Then you put the head on there, push that in, you feel it slot again, tighten it up, and then you fire it up and it will just whip away, no problem. So they're good to do. Do you know what? If these lives work out and we get people coming in and asking questions like that, I can have bits and pieces around. And if you ask me beforehand, or I've got something lying around, I can just do it live on air and show you. So that one would be an easy one to do, I think. That would be interesting. So that's it. Anybody else got anything to say? Anything to ask me? We've got 18 people now. 4 thumbs up, which is very nice. So I'm just sat here in my shed, as I was saying to everybody before, having a can of Tango and just trying out a YouTube live, see if it works. So there you go. So yes, mate, that's it. Sweet, thank you, mate. No problem at all. It's a good question that was on it, and there's a good answer. So I'm happy with that one. That was an easy one. We had two easy ones so far, so I'm more than happy with that. If you can all click the thumbs up, that'd help me out as well. That'd be great. Thanks. And thanks for popping along. And there's Philippa, that's my wife there. Evening, everyone, she says. Yeah, evening, everybody. So I hope everyone's doing well. Kevin Cran, are you able to grease the drive shaft before putting back in the shaft? You can grease the drive shaft, but you know what? That shaft doesn't really need greasing. It's got a thin film of oil on it, and a square drive fits into the square drive fits in either end, so that they rotate basically as one. So it's like it needs greasing. The bit that needs greasing is the gearbox where that drive shaft goes into. You undo the grease nut on the side of the shaft head, and then you can go into there and you pump some grease in. And you know what? With these strimmers, I've seen somebody selling them on eBay, and I'm going to buy some this year. Or if I can get somebody, I might make one and do a video on how to make one. But they get the bolts that go in, they take the bolt out and they drill through the top of the bolt. So when they drill through, and then they tap it, and then they put a grease nipple in it, and then you can screw it back in, and then you can grease pump your grease gun instead of buying those little tubes from them and trying to squeeze it in. You can get your grease gun on and pump it and really pump some grease into there. And if you buy some special like high-speed moly grease, which is what we use for most of our stuff, it should work out really well in there. Because I'm not convinced with these still strimmers or any other strimmers for that matter, is when you like undo that bolt out of there and you try and squeeze some grease in, I'm not convinced you get enough in. I really not. I hear them rattling sometimes, and even though we've pumped it in, there's no pressure for it to push against, is there? Whereas if you've got a grease nipple, you're pumping and pumping and pumping, and it's going through, and it's going to keep going until the thing's full. So you can do that. Whereas otherwise, you're just pumping it into an empty void, really, and there's nothing for it to push against. So that's a good point, that is. But those thin metal shafts, they just got an oil on them, I think, to stop them going rusty. I don't think you really need to grease them end to end. If somebody knows any different, tell me. But I don't think you need to grease them in that shaft because they spin and they should spin central. They shouldn't really touch the outside of the shaft. And if you've got like a smaller one, I don't know if the FS40's got like the whippy shaft in there that goes up and down. I know the FS55 used to have a whippy shaft, but when you move up to before you get to the like the FS90s, 91s or 111s, the bigger ones that we use, they've got a rigid shaft and they're like solid. There's no whip in those. That's just like a solid bit of steel from one end to the other. So there you go. And here's Dicko. Look, before you put the head on, just put a bit of grease on the plate before you wind the head on. Yeah, that's true. We'll always do that. That's a good point there, Dicko. Before you put the head on, we always put a dab of grease on there, don't we? Because it just makes the getting off. And I'll put a dab of grease on the actual thread when we tighten the strim head on, because it just makes it a bit easier to get on and get off all the time. Or if you're changing it for a blade, it makes it easier as well, doesn't it? Hey, Dick Small Engines, all right, mate? How you doing? I've been watching a lot of your stuff lately. Hey, how come all of a sudden you've ramped up the videos, haven't you? You've found your love for it again, and I like watching them, and all your posts that you keep putting on, your little shorts, all your teasers for your videos. So it's nice to see you back on here and making some stuff. It cheers me up no end. Let's see that. Hold on. My Hyundai brush cutter has a grease nipple on its gearbox. What is the best gearbox grease to use? Right, best. Yeah, what grease can I put in the strimmer? I use a high-speed moly grease, really. Again, I'm sat in my pub shed. I should be sat in my workshop shed, shouldn't I, doing this? Should be doing these on a Friday and Saturday night, sat in the pub, and in the week I should be sat in the workshop and have everything at hand. We use some grease. We have some grease. I get it from a chap in Ireland. If you follow me on Twitter or anywhere, there's Bulldog BDX. They do a special release spray, and they do some specialist like grease. So you just, if you can, when you look, high speed moly grease is what you need, really. And the high speed moly grease, it works higher temperature, because sometimes when you've got those strimmers, especially if you're doing big clearance jobs, they're like flat out for a long time, and you use the cheaper grease and it just breaks down in there too quickly, and it turns into like a watery sort of oil in the gearbox and then doesn't go back together, really. So the better grease, the better like high speed grease you can use, high speed bearing grease, moly grease, that's the kind of stuff. So that's what you need to do. And then what's Dick Small End saying? Being very busy, mate, trying to push the content. Well, mate, I haven't put any long form videos out for ages, really. Just a few beer videos here and there. Concentrating on work, because work's the thing that's the most important. I love making the videos, and I love making videos when people ask me about different things. How do you do this, or how do you do that and the other? I love making those videos. It really is great, but it's sometimes hard to fit all the videos in, and when like I got companies asking me to do videos and stuff, it's not always in my best interest to do them. It's in my best interest to keep my customers happy, you pay me, parish councils, etc. And then the videos are secondary, unless I think it's something very important that people really need to see. That's it. It's like at the moment we've got a Hyundai video coming out. They've got a 4-in-1 edge cutter, brush cutter, pole chainsaw and stuff. and they're releasing that at the moment. They've got a sale on. They'll have a sale on for Easter. So we've got that kit here, but it all comes in a box and it needs putting together. So that's quite an important video to get out, because a lot of homeowners will be buying that for Easter time, because that's when they have a push, isn't it, on all this stuff at B&Q and everywhere. So a lot of homeowners will be buying that. So I need to get that video out, so when people are looking at it, they can see what they've got to do at home to put it together. It's not like going to a machinery dealer, is it, and you walk in and it's put together and done for you, and you just take it away with your instructions. This stuff that you do mail order, you got to put it all together yourself, which is like sometimes challenging. Even though I've been doing it years and years, you look at it and you think, I don't quite know what to do. How do you deal with stupid comments from people? I started a channel and got 600 subs, but had to stop because I couldn't deal with idiots. Do you know what? It doesn't really bother me. I've got social media accounts, TikTok, like Twitter, Facebook, whatever. You know, thousands of people across those platforms, and yeah, you get people. But you know what? The negative people, I'll tell you now. The negative people are normally the people who want to do this sort of stuff and make content, but they haven't got the guts to do it, and they're the people who'll pick faults. Anybody else will be supportive. Dick, you ask Dick in here, he does like his channel, and he goes on there, and he goes out and he puts his stuff out, and he'll just do it. And I'll do videos, and sometimes something isn't correct, and instead of jumping on and slating you, these other people go on and say, hey, you know, if anybody's watching this, what he's done there isn't 100%. You need to do it like this, and blah blah blah. And then that way you've dealt with it. But he's like he's saying now, they're keyboard warriors. That's all they are, mate. They're like, you know, if they got it in them, they'd do this sort of stuff and they make the videos, and they haven't. So all you got to think is you're already way ahead of them. So don't worry about that. So you're way ahead. And if somebody writes something quite nasty, I normally screenshot it and put it on Twitter, and then we all laugh anyway, because I'm not really that fussed. I take the mickey out myself, so they haven't really got, you know, anywhere to go, have they? And then, that a beer machine thing behind you. Yeah, it's a beer machine right here. It's a Philips Perfect Draft beer machine. I do the odd beer review video. Let's move these across. You can see now I've got like Corona on there and stuff, and Old Peculiar and that. Poor one. I've got a can of Tango at the moment, mate, so I'm not going to have a beer. So yeah, so it's just a can of Tango. It's a bit. If I had a couple of pints now, I'll probably be fast asleep in bed by 9. So I could do with keeping a level head for a bit. But I will have one. But yeah, you can see. Oh, nice pint glass there. And you put the beer in. There you go. You got lager in your own shed. Look at that pint of beer. But yeah, leave that for later. Just the Tango now. So yeah, does a go of beer as well. Yeah, the thing is that the beer don't really go with like fixing motors, does it? That's why I had to separate it, and I got a workshop shed and a beer shed. And if you want to have a quick look at where you're from, because I ain't never seen that brand of beer before. It's Adnams Ghost Ship. The one I've got in there at the moment is Adnams Ghost Ship. So that's what's on there. It's a Philips Perfect Draft system. We're in the UK, but like we've got Corona behind us, Theakston Old Peculiar. I've got other kegs around, Stella, Beck's, all that sort of stuff, all the lagers. But I'll just give you a little, so you can see that, the scratchings and stuff. I just pan round, you can see like the spirits and the optics and whatever. And we just got a little Pac-Man machine over there, and a little like one-arm bandit fruit machine over in that corner. So there's enough about to keep you occupied, really. And he said, do they do a top deck shandy barrel, mate? No, they don't do a top deck shandy barrel, but do you know what I do drink a lot of? I drink a lot of this Bavaria shandy, and I buy these off Amazon. It's about 10 quid for a case of 24, and they're like it's just basically, if you read the ingredients, it's like 0.9% alcohol, so basically like 1%, and it's just shandy beer and lemonade. So that's all it is, just beer and lemonade mixed together in a can, and it's like 10 quid for 24, man, and they're beautiful, you know. You can like fire those down all day long. They're like so nice and refreshing, and you can have a beer without having a beer. It's good, you know, nice. So that's it. Who else we got now? Do they do a top deck shandy? Yeah, that's it. There's your boy Rupert. Hello, yeah, hello, mate. How you doing? I see it. Michael Burrows. Hiya. Anybody want to say anything? Anybody want to ask me anything while I'm here? That's me. I've got scratchings as well for those people who just joined. So scratchings are there. Beer machines there. A couple of like John Smith's tankards up the top. If I wasn't working, mate, I'll come and join you for a beer, mate. You can't be sitting in here drinking beer while I'm doing a live video. But you can have a beer. If you're about tomorrow morning, though, I could do with that. I've got to shift some stuff out my garden because I need to do some lawn videos. And being as I've got a kids' playhouse and all my other stuff on the lawn, I need to clear that out of the way and do some videos showing how everybody how to renovate it. There you go. Right. You all know another name for Alkies. Oh, man, I'm a bit drinking. Bush, Budweiser, Twisty. Got that stuff too. Mate, I haven't heard of any of that stuff. None of it. We don't get any of that here in the UK. And then who's this? Michael Burrows. I'm starting my new job tomorrow. I'm nervous. Mate, I bet you're nervous. I'd be nervous I was starting a new job. But you know what? Everybody started a new job at one time. So, you know, you haven't got to be nervous, really, have you? Just those nerves are good energy, really. They keep you fired up. There's nothing to be scared of. It's just try and think of it as excitement, and you're going to walk into this new job and be happy there, and you're going to have a long time in this job, and hopefully that'll make you feel a bit better, and it'll work out a bit better. So hopefully, if you think about it like that, in that sort of mindset, you should be a bit better. But good luck with it anyway. There's Hector Grows Veg, better than my local pub. Yeah, it's not bad, is it? I knocked it all up. It's only 2-inch squared, rough sawn timber, and then just shiplap over the top. That's all it is. Just screwed it straight to the wall and just made up as I went along. And this bar top here is an old IKEA shelf that we had. The shelves are like long on the frame was no good, so he sat around and I was like, right, I'll just, you know, utilise it and made a bar top and it worked out. So I'm working in men's fashion. So men's fashion, well, there you go. That's pretty good, isn't it, really? You know, good looking at me, mate. I'll cut grass for a living and do the odd YouTube video. I'm no fashion icon. I've got a gank cap. That's about as trendy as I get, but there you go. What's my favourite drink? My favourite drink. I haven't had one for ages, but I'll tell you what my favourite drink is. It's probably a pint of Banksy's bitter or something like that. I love a cask bitter. I do. Hand pulled cask bitter. There's a lot better beers than Banksy's, but I've drunk a lot of Banksy's in my life, so I know like how it all works out, and I quite enjoy that. So no problem. Give me a shout. Cheers, Jay. I hope we see you tomorrow. Can you sort this useless weather out? Mate, if I could sort this useless weather out, I wouldn't be sitting here wasting my time doing live videos, would I? I'd be rolling in it. It's ridiculous. We haven't had any winter, have we? This is the problem. It's just literally been autumn since mid-August. It's just been autumn. That's it. And it's just rain, and there's no getting away from it. I think we've had 2 or 3 nights of frost and 1 light dusting of snow. So there's been no winter. It's just been autumn. But there you go. So here we go. Men's shoes and socks fashion. Well, I'll tell you what, with my feet, you're barking up the wrong tree there. The only socks I buy are M&S working socks, and the shoes I normally wear, you'll normally see me in a pair of neoprene wellies. And everybody asks me why you wear neoprene wellies when you're mowing. Is because the wind blows up your trousers and chills you down quite a bit. So if you tuck your trousers into your wellies, it stops all that. So where in the UK do you live? I'm in Shropshire, so that's That's where I am. I'm in Shropshire, in the middle of the UK, middle of England. What's your favourite drink? We've done that one. Much growth grass cutting wise at the minute. Perhaps you can get on it to cut. Mate, we haven't cut any grass since November. That's it. Oh, I was talking about this the other day. I haven't cut any grass since November. That's it. Apart from one garden, I did a chap who couldn't get anybody to do his garden, and I went, look, I'll come and do it for you. And I just went and did it for free. I just ran the mower over it, and that was it. But yeah, I haven't cut any grass, so that was about, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I haven't cut any grass really. I was on the phone to Ransoms yesterday talking about getting some flail heads for my machine, or a rotary deck on a short-term loan, because I think I walked the fields the other day, and a lot of the grass that I need to cut now, because it hasn't been cut since November time, is going to be just too long for my cylinder to cope. Not too long for my cylinder to cope with. I can adjust everything and cut it, but it's just going to put a lot of pressure on the machine, and I don't like doing that. Not when I can use a flail and knock it all down and leave it a couple of weeks and go again. So, right, what kind of socks you wear? I already told you that. I got work socks on from M&S. Colin Rich, they call them spirits for a reason. So, man, why you think some people get drunk? It's crazy. Yeah, mate, I've got a load of spirits behind me. Look, I'll show you on the shelf over there. Look, I got everything all up on optics, everything, bottles of wine, spirits. I think the only thing I haven't got is dark rum. I've got a load of white rum, but no dark rum, right? What else you got? You'll like my new clothes, mate. Yeah. You'll like my new clothes. You know I like my new clothes, mate. Yeah, Dicko. He only buys Hugo Boss. That's all he is. He's the richest bloke in groundskeeping, I'm telling you. So what do you want, Michael? Yeah. How's your day been? How's my day been? I've had a good day today, really. It ain't been bad at all. Nice and chilled. Got up, been to the opticians and whatever, a bit of a cruise round town. Come back, couple of emails, no work of as such, and then I just thought I'd jump on here and try a live, see how we go. So show me your socks, that'd be great, it will help me a lot. So yeah. So who's that at the bottom? Anutal Bro King. Oh, hello guys. Hi mate. Oh, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for dropping in. But yeah, show me your socks. You got no chance, mate. You know, you need to PayPal me some money if you want to have a look at these socks. So there you go. Any stuff, Platt? Where's the websites? Where's the websites for that? I don't buy anything online. I just buy it from Tesco when I'm in there. That's all I buy. So unless you're on about the beer machine, and the beer machine, is a perfect Philips Perfect Draft. They got a Perfect Draft website, and you can go on there. I've got an affiliate code. If you look in the description for this video, I'm sure one of there'll be a link to my link tree, and my affiliate code will be in there if you fancy buying one of those machines. They're good machines, but a bit pricey. But I don't know. I don't really go to the pub. So if I went to the pub all the time, I wouldn't have a machine at home. But I very rarely go to the pub these days. So I don't mind spending a few quid on a beer machine for at home. And Hector grows veg over craft mowers. I'll tell you what. No joke. I was looking the other day. There's a thing called a Ventrac. I don't know if you've seen those about. And you can put like a big rotary deck or a flail mower on there, and they can put 6 wheels and tyres on each axle. And they basically reckon they can just literally, like the boggiest of ground, they can go over without doing any damage or making any tracks or anything. So I might see if they're about. If I can't get anything, if there's nothing available from Ransoms on demo or in stock, then I might see what I can get from Ventrac, see if they can come out for a day. They want to do a video and come out for a day, and we'll just go and cut everything off and see how it all works out. It'd be quite interesting, I think. One, it'd be interesting to see the machine in action, and two, to use the machine, you know, because I get asked a lot about these machines, and I have driven almost every machine out there, you know, apart from the big tractors. I think we're going to start on tractors soon, but like, I've driven almost everything out there, or used almost every brand out there, so I'm giving an honest opinion. But Ventrac, I've seen it shows, but I've never had a go. So there's websites for that. Yeah, there is. If you want to look at somebody's socks, there's websites for that. Or you can PayPal me, you know what I mean? I'm like, you know, but buy us a keg of Perfect Draft. You never know where it might lead. There you go. Any fun stuff planned, mate? I've got fun stuff planned every single day of the week. Well, everything would be fun stuff for me if I could, if work didn't get in the way. I like doing a bit of kayaking. I like doing a bit of camping. I like getting out, having a bit of a walk on the hills. Not as much as I used to do, but I do a bit of walking on hills and stuff. Go fossil hunting on the beach. There's tons of stuff. Go to the football, go to horse racing, go to cricket, go to like everything. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of a day out. That's what I say. So any day out anywhere is great for me. Everything's fun stuff. Whether it's like a mower even a mower factory, it's like, oh, that's work. Yeah, it's work, but it's still fun. I enjoy it. So there you go. Right. Hello, Jimmy. Yeah, I'm all right. AJP's workshop. How you doing, mate? I haven't seen any of your videos for a while. What's been going on? Oh, all right, a minute. And then he come on. I was doing a live on TikTok yesterday, and he came on, and we were chatting, and he's like, "Yeah, Jimmy, I've been putting them out all the time." I was like, "Man, I hadn't seen them." So there you go. So went golfing today. Are you into any sports? Man, I used to play golf like 3 times a week, every week, but I don't play any more really. I just, I don't know. With my work, I can't pick a time. I'm always at work. Basically, I'm on call 24/7. That's how it works for my work. I'm on call 24/7. So it's difficult for me to say I'm going to come and play golf on Saturday morning, Thursday afternoon, whatever it is. It's just hard. So you tend then to just have to turn up at a golf club and either go round on your own or just get paired up with some random, which I don't mind. It's not so bad, but it's not like playing with the same group of people all the time, is it? And you can just enjoy, like, how you're getting on together, and you sort of, when you're playing the same people all the time, you all know like who's improving, and you can help people out and stuff. So it sort of fell by the wayside, and I never bothered anymore. So there you go. Grant Wicks just got in. Hi, Grant. Thanks for joining. I appreciate that. I really do. And AJ, I've been busy at work on the caravan site. Yeah, I bet you have, mate. I bet you have. Like, I suppose winter's busier, almost busier than the summer for you, innit? Because you've got to go round and get everything ready for everybody coming back. Do you open up? Are you open 24 hours? Are you open 52 weeks of the year, or do you just open up again in Easter? You have to let me know. And then I go to watch sporting. I go to watch my supporting team, AFC Bournemouth, almost every weekend. It's amazing. Yeah, I'll go and watch West Bromwich Albion quite often as well. I haven't had a season ticket this season, though, because my daughter's doing the GCSEs, and they mess around with the matches. There's not many like Saturday kickoffs anymore. There's a lot of night matches, and we don't get back till midnight. So it's like that's, unfortunately, we just can't. You can't do that. It's not great for me getting up and going to work when that's at that time, let alone like doing a GCSE. So do you all go fishing in the UK, mate? I'll go fishing, and I'm a member of a private fishing club, and the problem is I try not to go fishing, because when I go fishing, I just want to go fishing, and my wife will confirm that. She, yeah, it gets a bit of an obsession, really. I enjoy fishing, and when I start fishing, I just want to fish, and I just want to fish and fish and fish, and that's all I want to do day in, day out, is just go fishing. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I have to try and rein it in a little bit, and I haven't been fishing over winter. I normally do like some predator fishing over winter, but I haven't been in. So there you go. Hector Grows Veg. Enjoy the rest of the evening. I'm off to watch the Wolves. Oh yeah, Wolves Brighton tonight, isn't it? So yeah, best of luck. I presume there'll be a few people there. Obviously, they're selling £25 tickets, weren't they? I think, to try and fill the place up again. So let's see. You'll have an OnlyFans for socks fetishes tomorrow. Oh, mate, I'm telling you what, if there's a call for it, I'm on it. Definitely. I'm on it, definitely. OnlyFans for socks, no bother at all. I'll be down M&S buying. I'll have them on standing order. They'll just deliver 7 new pairs a week, and I'll just flog all the other ones on eBay. That'll be it. But I always joke. It's funny because I always joke. If ever I won the lottery, I would have a brand new pair of work socks every single day. I really would. It would just be one of those things. I just brand new pair of socks every day. Throw the others away. That's all. That's it. I'm a man of simple pleasures. Hold on, yeah, mate, closes in January and opens back up on Friday. Ah, right, so you got January, February to like get everything sorted, and then March. So January, February, God, you got your work cut out then, haven't you? Working on that caravan site, you really got to push it. And then see, I've got to go now, mate. But I'm good to have a good rest of your day. Hope to see you as a big YouTuber in the future. Oh, cheers, mate. That's really kind of you. I'm going to give it a push and see what I can do. I'll see what I can do with that. And hold on, I've got Dicko now saying you're breaking up, Jimmy. The sound keeps going off. Right. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm like on full 4G, so I don't know why the sound's going off. But I could always try my microphone on the next one. But so that chap's got to go. Yeah, just keep checking back, subscribe, keep checking back, and yeah, he just said he'll subscribe. Thank you. And yeah, you'll see me in the future. Have a look at the videos, you know, a few mower repair videos, reviews, some beer reviews and stuff. So that's it. And Dicko, is the sound any better now? I don't know why it was breaking up. I'm sorry, mate. Must have been all the excitement talking about my sweaty socks, eh? Sounds clear this end. So it might be a problem with you, Dicko, if your sound's going in and out a little bit. So James said he's clear. Well, he says he's clear, but he only lives down the bottom of my road. So he hasn't got so far. If I open the shed door and shouted, he'd probably hear me anyway, wouldn't you? There you go. So if any of you want to say anything, just ask me any questions you like while you're here. While I'm on for the next 5 or 10 minutes, you can have I'll give you my honest opinion on anything you want, whether it's mowers, beers, food. I don't know, football. Not really football. Oh, West Brom fan. Although things are looking up now, we've had a takeover, so that's not it. So there you go. He's not down the bottom of the road. He's at work. So there you go. Let's hope his boss isn't watching then, being as he's sat on here. And there's Dicko saying it's all clear now, mate. That's good then. That's good. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you can hear me. You haven't got any socks going spare, have you, Dicko? We got somebody in here who's interested. So, although I think that bloke who's asking about socks, it might have been Lockie in disguise. I don't know. But anybody else on here want to ask me anything or have a look at the bar setup behind me? I don't mind like just spinning the camera around and you can have a look at the bar setup. So that's it. So more worried about the wife. There you go. And there's Trick Shot. I hate you. All right. Cheers. Thanks. Nice to meet you too. If you can give me the thumbs up and subscribe, that'd be great. You can carry on hating me as much as you like. I'm not really fussed. What is your best strimmer line? Do you know what? Strimmer line. I'll come back to that one and say, oh, I'm new here, folks. Do you watch the real Craft Simon? I find it entertaining on Friday nights. Oh man, I've seen him. Yeah, he's good, isn't he, on Friday nights? I like that. The live he does in the little pub. That's great. That is. It's enjoyable. There's a lot of great YouTube stuff out there now. I don't know why people watch the telly anymore because YouTube's like so good. It's just everything that you want to do, you can just go on there, can't you, and look at it all. So you can look at it all, and then anything you want to look at, it's all there for you. So there's TV. It's just whatever they're programming in, isn't it? So that's it. But like, what was that? So let's go back to what was it? The strimmer line. What's the best strimmer line? Right. For years and years and years, we used orange strimmer line, the still orange strimmer line. So we used that, and it was great, and it's always been great for us, and we've never had any problems with it. We've really sort of, it's just been the go-to strimmer line for everything. I can't remember the middle of it, but it's the orange one. Anyway, last season, was it? Or the season before, we were doing a job with some thicker stuff that we needed to get through. And we need to get through this thicker stuff. So I bought some of the yellow strimmer line, the still again, yellow strimmer line. all the trimmers that we use commercially are still at the moment. I always say at the moment because I never know what we'll trial next or what we'll be using or whatever. But the ones that we're using at the moment, they're all still and they're all petrol. So we started putting that thicker yellow line in, and it's got a bit of an edge to it. Instead of being completely rounded, it's like almost squared off on the corners. And it seems to work quite well. Best in the market is a still black square 4mm. There you go. Use a black square 4mm. What mill's the yellow one, Dicko? Do you know? Because that's what we've gone from the orange to the yellow, and the yellow stuff is still good for fine grass when we're like trimming up round the edges. It's working really well on fine grass, and when we're like having to take down the thicker stuff, it's working well as well. So. And then if the thick stuff, we can't cut through the thick stuff with the yellow stuff, then we go to a blade. Then really, that's what we try and work it out as. And then if we've got a blade on, and then there's nothing you can't get through with a blade. Although saying that, I did see on Instagram the other day, some bloke had got a blade on his strimmer, and it was like a blinking chainsaw, man. He was like running through like these little woodlander saplings, and he was just boom, 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 and taking them all out. It was mega to watch. So yeah, 2.5. So that means the orange one must be about 1.7 then, I think. The orange one's about 1.7 or 1.9, and then the other one's about 2.5. I can't remember off the top of my head. So I should do, shouldn't I, being as I fit the stuff like day in, day out, strimmers and such. And have you noticed, like with some of the cheaper strimmers, like the garden strimmers, you can't actually re-thread the strimmer line on them. You have to buy a cassette, and you have to put that entire cassette into your strimmer and use that. And I think, that's like, it can't be very economical. I know it's only a small lawn. Yeah, I know it's only a small lawn, but my goodness, to have to put like one of those cassettes in at like £6 a time is like ridiculous. So I mean, I'm buying like massive bulk, like 250 or 500, 300, 400, 500 meters of line at the same time. And it cost me pence per meter. If it was sort of £6 every time I changed the strimmer line, I'd be in trouble. We do about 3 times a day sometimes. So that's it. We don't use blades in our company. They're banned. No way. I didn't realise they were banned. I know a lot of people, we use them, but we wear like shin pads and stuff, chainsaw trousers and shin pads when we're using the blades. Touch wood, like I've never had one come off, but I have heard it happen before, and I think they can be quite dangerous. But is that the reason why that you can't use them? Is because they've like come off, or I suppose if you catch somebody with them, you're going to do some damage straight away. A few whips with strimmer line, you're going to rip the skin off, aren't you? But with a blade, it could be a lot worse. So you'll have to let me know why that is. Goodness me, you've got 16 people here, 10 thumbs up. If somebody would give me some more thumbs up, that'd be great. I'll be chuffed with that. Or send it to people, share it with your friends, see if we can get a bit of traction in here. I've been on nearly 45 minutes. I was only coming on for 5 minutes to give it a test to see how it worked. But if there's people who haven't seen round, I'm showing you, look, there's the optics. And there's the Pac-Man machine. And then we've got a little one-arm bandit stroke fruit machine in the corner. There's quite a bit going on. Sit here like that, and I've got to have a big machine in for a while. I've changed sides. Look. Don't use blades. A lot of my sites have live cables on telecom network. Right, okay, fair enough then. So if you've got live cables on telecom networks and you chop through with a blade, you're going to cause some damage, whereas a strimmer line isn't going to go through the armoured stuff, is it? It's just going to whip the plastic coating off, and that'll be it. Whereas you put a blade on, and you could shred the whole lot, couldn't you? And then you'd be in trouble, Dicko. You have like about 10,000 houses, and all their telephone lines go off. You know what? An interesting fact, I used to lay telephone lines years ago. How about that? Not for long, only for about 12 months or so. When I did do it, I used to do subcontract from BT for a company that did them, and we used to put put them in through ducting with the ropes. You used to rod and rope first of all, and then you put them through. But a lot of the sites that we went to, because we did cable length renewals, a lot of the sites that we went to were blocked. The ducting had collapsed and they'd get blocked up. So you never earned any money because you get there, you'd rod it, you'd find a blockage, rod from the other end, find another blockage, and I think you got £10 per blockage that you found. Well, the most you could find is 2, because if you've gone from one end it's blocked and the other end it's blocked. So you might have driven 3 hours to get to this job, 20 quid between 2 of you, your diesel out and whatever, come back, waste of time. Although sometimes it was fruitful and we go along and you put cable in the ground and you put in like 1,000 meters of cable or something, and you'd be getting like a grand, like for a day's work, which was great. But it didn't really happen very often. And by the time you'd like again took out stuff for the van, the fuel, the insurances, and all the other stuff, it wasn't really for me. If I'd have been in a better position like I am now, and I'd have had the money to buy all the stuff to do the job with, then I could have probably made quite a bit of money on it. But at the time, I was absolutely skint. And if we had a week where we just went and found some stuff, then it was difficult to live. It was difficult to live. But like, if you could ride them out, there were people who made a hell of a lot of money on it. They did well. But grass cutting worked out for me. You know what I mean? All these things happen for a reason, don't they? And the grass cutting worked out for me. Obviously, that's where I am now, and that's what I do, and I do it. So anybody else on there want to ask me anything at all? I'm like happy, or just say hello, pop in, say hello, give me a wave, thumbs up, whatever you want to do, and I'll share it to your friends and I'll see them. I've got beer machine. You want to ask about the beer machine, the spirits, the Pac-Man machine, anything you like. I'm happy to chat about it, or football or cricket. Well, not cricket. I don't know a lot about cricket, or grass cutting or grass machines or anything at all. Thickness of strimmer line. There's something I don't know. I should do, but I don't know. There you go. You got anything to say, Dicko? Darren Compton. Oh, evening, mate. How you doing? Hope you're keeping well. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Give me a thumbs up if you can. Share it to some other people as well. Try and build up a bit of a thing. I only popped on for 5 minutes as a test, just to see how it was, how it would all work out. And I've been on for 47, so it's quite interesting, really. We had some good questions, and even somebody offering to buy me work socks, used work socks at that. Oh, when are you doing a demo on the Hyundai Strimmer? Ah, right, Hyundai Strimmer. You've asked me this about 10 times, haven't you? Right, Hyundai Strimmer. I have at the moment in my possession a Hyundai 4-in-1 with a built-in strimmer. We've recorded the video on it. I did that. That's an important one to go out. I did say earlier, we've had a lot of work on at the moment, and it's important for me to do the work. And when these videos come along, I don't always not want to do the videos. That's not right. I always want to do the videos, but I need to get some sort of order in the videos, and the ones that help people out are the ones that we need to do first, really. And the Hyundai 4-in-1, they've got a big push coming up on that at Easter. So I've done that video because I take it. We have the box with everything in, and I assemble everything. It just comes in a box, and you've got to put together like the chainsaw, the pole saw head. You've got to put together you've got the pole saw head, the strimmer, the hedge cutter, the brush cutter, everything on there. And there's some different things to change over and grips and stuff. So I've made that one first, and you know what? It's nearly an hour long. That video is. It's an epic video, but we did it all, and we did it all in real time. So when people are looking at it, they understand exactly how it works. So there's the strimmer on there. And I will ask Hyundai. I'll get in touch with them and I'll ask them for a strimmer, because we use one of their rear roller mowers on one of our sites where we've got offices. And the rear roller mower is great for putting the stripes down on there. Real nice machine. So I'll ask them if I can get a strimmer on demo for that, and we'll do an assembly video on a strimmer and a working demo on this strimmer as well, and we can use it on that site with their Hyundai mower, can't we? I can group them together and we'll have like a little Hyundai site there and use that stuff. In fact, that's a good idea, because that 4-in-1, we can use that 4-in-1 across that site as well. It is petrol and it's round offices, but we can use it At the moment, I haven't got any battery equipment that's good enough for those jobs, but we might have some. We're in talks with a couple of companies, but it's just what they want from the deal and what we want from the deal, really. You know, they want favourable reviews, and I'm not into paid for favourable reviews. You just give me the stuff, and I'll tell you. I'll explain to everybody how it works and what it does, and give them a sort of realistic expectation. There's no point in me telling everybody this piece of kit that I've got's fantastic when it isn't, because I just look like a fool. So I just try and be honest with the stuff and show its capabilities. You know, they sent me like a little Hyundai Mower rear roller. It was great for my garden. In fact, my mother-in-law's got it now, and she's used it for 2 years, no problem. And it's been great for her. But if she's cutting her grass once a week or more. If you're cutting your grass every other week, it wouldn't do it. It'd just choke up. It couldn't cope with a fortnight's growth. So it's you know, you got to explain to people. Oh, I've only got small lawns, so I bought this little battery lawnmower. But what they don't tell you is they haven't cut it for 6 months, so it's not going to work. You need it. You need something to work with to start. So that's how it is. So we just try and be realistic with the stuff. And the one I use at the moment at home is a Mountfield, little Mountfield Princess. And again, that won't cope with long, thicker stuff, but it's got a little rear roller on it, and I can get a faint stripe in my lawn, which isn't really a lawn, although I should be making some videos and it might be a lawn soon. It's just a patch of grass at the moment, but it does a tidy little job, that little Mountfield does. So, and that's a battery machine, but I couldn't take it out to work with me. It wouldn't last 5 minutes. There you go. Right, Jordan, evening, Jimmy. Hi, mate. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Give me a thumbs up if you can. That'd be great. Share the live to other people if you can as well. That'd be good. Let's see. Pixel does there. Hey, hi there. Thanks for dropping in again. Give me a thumbs up. Share it if you can, please, so you can get a few more people in. And there you go, Glim Roger. Hi, mate. Stay petrol. Yeah, we are petrol at the moment. That's it. I got that battery lawnmower at home, and I couldn't ask for anything better, really, for my little lawn. 70 square meters, 70 square meters, and you just plug a battery in, walk up and down, and it will stripe it. It will take down the grass. It's never longer than a week to 10 days, unless I leave it on purpose for a video. So it does it, and it just puts a faint stripe in there. So it's all right. It does okay for us, but I couldn't take it out to work because they're not built for that, are they? They're not built for that. So. That's how it is. But the petrol stuff, yeah, we use the big petrol stuff all day long. All diesel engine machines, remember at work. So that's it. And of course, I hope it's going well. Yeah, well, I only popped on for a 5 minute. I keep saying this. I only popped on for 5 minute test just to see how it goes. And I've been on here 50 minutes, so it's not so bad. 18 people or more. There was quite a few in at one point. So I was just saying to anybody, if you want to ask me anything, please ask me anything. I'm sat here in my little pub. I've got a beer machine there behind me. We got like the spirits and the optics and everything over there. We got Pac-Man machine. There's even a one-armed bandit in the corner. So, and then we got everything going. You got beer. You got. I'm on drinking cans of Tango at the moment. We got pub snacks up there, pork scratching. So there we are. I'm not going to eat those on camera though. You don't want to see me crunching those up in 4K, do you? Really? So that's it. Now, what's Dicko say? Oh, how's the new tipper van? Has it been a big help over winter, the waste and chipping? Do you know what, mate? That tipper lorry is fantastic, and I bought an Isuzu tipper, 3.5 ton, and it's aluminium toolbox on there and an aluminium back on there, tipper back, and it is fantastic, absolutely brilliant. It's never missed a beat. Turn the key and it goes. I can fit so much stuff in there. It's brilliant, really. It's brilliant. So I really enjoy it. It's all right to drive. Long distances is not great because it's a bit upright in the seat, but apart from that, it's like turn the key, it goes. We fit so much stuff in it. You can fit long reach hedge cutters in the toolbox side to side, so they'll fit in there. So that's great, that they fit in. And you fit all your brushes in, snow shovels, everything that you need for work. It'll all go in there. And then the tipper on the back is all aluminium tipper, and it works really well. We fill it up. We just pack it with green waste. I should have took a photo of it yesterday when it was full. it was absolutely rammed floor to ceiling. We chip into it as well. We load up all the green waste, everything in there. I've even had like topsoil and stuff in there, and top dressing and whatever else, and we can take it to site and tip it. And it's worked really well. Honestly, I'm chuffed with it, and I can fit so much more in it than I can my trailer. It only carries a ton in weight, but like as you know yourself, green waste, a ton of green waste. There's a lot of green waste there, and it'll fit the same. No, it'll fit in more green waste than you can fit in a normal builder's skip. So that's a lot of waste in it, and a normal builder's skip's like 250 quid. So you think you got 250 quid, and I can fit like at least half as much again. So that's like 375 quid's worth per load. And sometimes in the summer when Paul's out there and Karen's out there and they're working flat out, I can do like 3 tip runs, three like loads in a week. It's crackers, ain't you? Get loads and loads of green waste. It is phenomenal, especially like September. I think when we start cutting edges, it gets really busy. So that's it. But right, I'm coming up to an hour now. So if anybody wants to ask me anything, please fire away. Probably call it quits at an hour. That'll be like 7:30 then, won't it? No, it'll be like almost 7:45, and I'm going to go and grab a bite to eat and put the football on. If things have gone well, I'll have a look at the analytics on this and see how it all works out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it will have been okay, and we can do some more of these. And I'll set it up, and we'll do it in the workshop. And I'll actually, when I'm in the workshop doing something, I can put you lot on live, and I'll just carry on about my business. And then if anybody wants to ask me anything about what I'm doing or another bit of machinery they've got, then they can fire away. And if I've got it around, I can show them there, and they can't. Hopefully, it'll be nice and informative. And then if everybody's happy with this sort of format, I don't mind sitting in here on a Friday or Saturday night for a couple of hours, and we can just have a chat and a chinwag. And I'll have the beer machine going instead of drinking these cans of Tango. So I'll have the beer machine running. Or if it gets nice and warm in the summer, I might have a pina colada. But there you go. So Dicko's off, mate. Right, I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll catch you later on Twitter when I'm sat down watching the football. I'll watch the Wolves lose tonight. So when I'm watching those lose, I'll be on Twitter and have a look at what everybody's doing. So there you go. Right. Anybody else got anything to say quickly before I go? Just pop it in the comment section. Give me a thumbs up if you can. Subscribe. Send it to other people. Ask me anything you want now, because I'm going to turn it off very soon. And I've enjoyed it, really. I don't know what it's been like at the other end. I've just sat here and waffled on for an hour. So, and had I've not seen Scott on YouTube. Oh, mate, do you know what, Scott? I know you mean Northeast. I haven't seen him for a while either. I haven't seen him in person. I went to the BTME show in Harrogate, and I normally see him there, and I haven't seen him there. SE Landscapes. So I don't know what's happening there. I should message him really and ask him how he is. I only thought that yesterday when I was thinking about doing a live, and he does a lot of like stuff in his van, doesn't he? And I thought about doing it in the van, and I thought, oh, well, while I'm out and about, I get a lot of people knocking on the door, on the windows and stuff, because I've got Jimmy the Mower written all over the truck and YouTube, and they ask, they just come up and ask me about stuff, about cutting grass or machines or whatever. So I thought I'll better off doing it in here than out in the field. But I might do some from there in the summer or when the fancy takes me, see how it works out. And there's Lyrics 777. I don't know who you are, but hi, thanks a lot for stopping by. I really appreciate that. I really do. So there you go. Right. Anybody else? Any more? I'm calling last orders out. It's 59 minutes. So as soon as it clicks over to the hour, I think I'm going to knock it on the head and go and grab something to eat and go and watch the football. And we'll see how we go from there. But it's been great. I've enjoyed this. I don't know what it's been like for you lot, me waffling on for an hour, but it's been all right for me. I've enjoyed it, and I'm sure my wife's enjoyed the peace and quiet as well, with me being over here instead of talking to her and asking her a load of nonsense. And I'm just here chatting to you lot. So there you go. Right. So any more? No? All right then. Well, thanks anyway. I really appreciate you stopping by and giving me the thumbs up and watching. And hopefully shall see you all very soon. And make sure you subscribe and hit the bell, and we should have some long videos coming out soon. Now we just come out the back of this winter. We've had a lot of work to do and sort out, which is rare for us over winter. So hopefully get some videos done. Thanks everybody, and I'll catch you again. Bye.